Good evening and welcome to Goa 365. I'm Cheryl D'Souza. Our headlines at the hour: Task Force hints at government's decision to scrap SEZ. BBA students lose an academic year as Goa University withdraws affiliation of Karpe Education Trust. Event management company on the lookout for a person with a powerful arm. We also have the fourth part of our year-ender series. Now for the news in detail. The Task Force for the Regional Plan 2021, constituted by the Government of Goa to prepare the Regional Plan 2021, submitted their report stating that the special economic zones are detrimental to the overall interest of Goa and recommended to scrap all SEZs in the state.
Yesterday morning we gave this to the CM and told him you should scrap the SEZs. We discussed it with him, we gave our reasons, etc.
Briefing media persons, Task Force Vice Chairman Architect Charles Correa said that the Task Force, after analysing the process and the impact of SEZs, has suggested to scrap SEZs from the state.
These are huge pieces of land, like 1 lakh square meters, and Goa is too small a state to have an intervention which is basically autonomous, because what goes into that SEZ and what the rules are is not controlled at all by the town planners or even by the state government once it's approved. And to do that on that scale in a state of this size would be highly dangerous.
The task force has made recommendations to boost industry instead of SEZ.
In fact, what we are recommending is just about the opposite process. You identify those areas of the state where development can occur without creating problems of infrastructure, etc., because you have the supply of the water, electricity, whatever else you need. And then you offer them to the appropriate industry, whether it's IT or manufacturing or biotechnology, in the scale which they need them.
Mr. Correa spoke about the pilot project undertaken by the task force to chalk out a comprehensive plan under the 73rd and the 74th Amendment of the Constitution.
We are going to have 6 villages, 3 in the north, 3 in the south, and again divided like a matrix. 2 north and south would be on the seashore in the coastal belt, 2 would be in the central span, and the 3rd will be near the Ghats. And those 6 villages will be run as a kind of test run to see how villagers can become empowered and be able to start this process of telling us what their needs were, what their aspirations are. And 3 municipalities, so there'll be 9 of these tests. It's tremendously important. It'll take about 3 or 4 months.
The task force advisor to the government, Edgar Ribeiro, said that they would propose to the government to take a decision to bring the Industrial Development Corporation under the purview of the Town and Country Planning Act.
We are trying to propose, or we will propose to the government, that industrial development corporations should fall within the purview of the Town and Country Planning Act. That is to say, it should be considered in the regional plan and the settlement plans upfront, and not later on through a dialogue as it is happening now.
Mr. Ribeiro said that they would finish the process of formatting the new regional plan by the end of April 2008.
And in the process, we're giving you an updated regional plan for the year 2021. We're laying down the guidelines through an interim report which should come in by the end of January, and a final report by the end of April. That's the time frame more or less given to us.
He also advised the government to bring about amendments to the Town and Country Planning Act to include local bodies while formulating the regional plan.
There are certain sections of the Act which may have to be kept in abeyance. The role of the Town and Country Planning Board will also have to be looked at, that it encourages, that is, the Town Planning Department as an agency of the state comes down with the regional plan and its disaggregation, and the local bodies through the 73rd, 74th Amendment comes in and the 2 blend. And I think that is possible to work. That is what we are hoping, and we will stress very strongly on this particular aspect.
The volunteers of Goacom, Goa Civic and Consumer Action Network, and Vasco Civic and Consumer Forum held a protest in Panjim city at the Junta House to highlight the problems of the Bachelor in Business Administration students of the College of Arts and Management Science and Institute of Karpe Education Trust.
This institute has put the students in quandary by discontinuing its BBA course within 8 months of its commencement. And the reason given to the students is that Goa University withdrew its affiliation to the Karpe Education Trust. According to the students, the trust had not informed students while enrolling in the 3-year course that the Goa University had extended affiliation to the institute only for 6 months. The college commenced during the last academic year, shut down in February in just 8 months, thus putting the careers of these students in jeopardy. However, the Goa University did come to the aid of some students and transferred them to other colleges offering the same course. Apart from wasting 8 months in College of Arts and Management Sciences, the students also lost Rs 25,470 paid as fees for the year.
Now they say they are not affiliated. In fact, in a legal notice sent by the lawyer of this management, they claim that the university has taken this money. So it is high time the university comes clear and clean as to who is holding this money of the students. 26,000 is not a small amount for a student in Goa. And therefore we are demanding quick action from the government before the opening of the new term.
In April, a decision was taken at a meeting of the principals of the BBA colleges held under the chairmanship of the registrar of the Goa University that the institute refund the entire amount received by ways of fees and also relocate the students, which is yet to be done.
In the month of May, the meeting was there of all the principals of the colleges offering the BBA course, and they decided that the students should be relocated in other colleges. But most important, that 100% refund of the fees of the students should take place. Today we are in December now, and till today not a naya paisa has been received by the students.
College of Arts and Management Sciences had released advertisements about their college and circulated prospectus stating about their affiliation with the Goa University, thus fooling the students.
Today we are here to also submit a complaint to the Director of Higher Education, Mr. Bhaskar Naik, wherein we are demanding that immediately the government department should file a police complaint restraining this management from carrying on to distribute brochures and other such material claiming to be affiliated to the Goa University and having recognition from the Directorate of Higher Education. We are also demanding that the Directorate of Higher Education come up with a white paper of other such organizations, institutions which are running fake tutorials, educational services and courses without the recognition of the university and the department. And more importantly, we are asking the Directorate to take immediate action to get the government of Goa to draft a legislation to stop the loot that is going on.
About this college being advertised in the local newspapers, local dailies every day. As we were unaware what is actually condition of the college over there, as we are from Vasco and the college is situated at Margao. So me and some of my colleagues joined the college. Regarding that, we were interested as a keen interest in BBA course. We wanted to see ourselves in established business somewhere in near future. But we weren't aware this guy is doing such a business, cheating and doing a frauding like with the students. University in search of a NOC to university. So over there we came to know by registrars the college is not being affiliated as it was given affiliation for prior period of 6 months. But then the university withdrew his affiliation because that man was unable to fulfill the basic requirements of a college. He did not construct a lab, neither library. He was just putting up a renovating board over there and bullying us.
Coming up after the break is the fourth part of a series of year-enders from October to December 2007.